right, guys, we are here for the Outfest again, and we have
Eva Rain.
Eva Rain. We are so excited about this movie. Can you tell us about your part in this movie?
Yeah, I am Kelsa, who is the star of this film, and she is just a young black trans girl living in Pittsburgh, about to graduate high school. And yeah, I mean, she's just kind of like living her best life. Then she meets this goofball named Call, who who really starts to help her understand that love is possible. Yeah.
That's a great story. So how did you feel actually in this process of making this movie and knowing that it could change lives?
I felt so just honored to be working on this story. It has been a very, very long time coming when it comes to trans stories, but also like black trans stories, right? We really, really haven't seen many of our own narratives told in a positive light. And so, yeah, I just feel so honored that I got to tell this story. It's something that I wish I had when I was like 12, 13, yeah.
How was it working with the Billy Porter on this project?
It was pretty lit, Billy is just a fierce, fierce artist. He has a super keen eye, and he has this amazing way of making everyone feel seen and heard. I was so nervous walking into this. This was my first movie ever. I hadn't done television or film, and so I just feel, that I was very taken care of. Yeah.
That's amazing. We love that this is a story that I think is going to resonate with a lot of the younger generation today. Courtney, thank you so much for stopping and, chatting with us. So we want to hear about your experience with this amazing film.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a dream working with Billy Porter. The cast was wonderful. We became sort of like a family. And, as an artist, it is such a dream to be able to work on projects that make the revolution irresistible, and I think that is exactly what we're doing with this film. We're giving the youth someone to, a film to look up to, a trans romantic comedy with a woman of color. It's just, I'm just such a dream.
So this must have been, this really must have been an inspiring project to work on. What do you think or hope that our upcoming youth is going to take away from this film?
Yeah, I hope that they get to see themselves in these characters, and I hope that society will be able to normalize people who are othered, people who have ever felt like they don't belong. I hope that they get a sense that anything is possible. The film's name, just to keep dreaming and know that there is a place for everyone. So. Yeah.
So what made you want to be a part of such a strong message? Is there something that you felt like you needed to give to this film and to the community through this?
Yeah, absolutely. As a woman of color in this industry, growing up in America, it's so important to make my voice heard and to uplift my sister, Eva Rain. And every chance that I get, I'm just uplifting her and the trans community, just protecting black people, protecting black women, protecting trans people. So as an artist, I think if I can do that any way that I can, then I'm going to do it.
What inspired you to be a part of this film industry? What was the film or the television show that did it for you?
Actually, I come from the musical theater community. So the first show that I saw that inspired me was The Lion King. And ever since I saw that with Heather Headley, I was just in love with the arts. To be able to move people in the audience was just a dream of mine, and to be able to tell stories that changed people's lives, that is such a gift, such a goal of mine. So yeah, that's how I got started.
You are the star of this beautiful movie, Anything is Possible. What are you most excited about for people to take away from this film?
We live in a world where love is an impulse that we judge and judge and judge, and we're so scared to express. And I pray to God at the end of this movie, people see the movie and are not afraid to just look someone in the eye and say, "Hi, nice to meet you. I met you maybe 3 days ago, and I have some feelings for you." And that is what it is, I really hope that people don't judge their feelings and allow the beauty of those feelings to exist bravely.
Yes, well said. Now, who were you most excited to connect with on this project?
You know what's funny? At first it was Billy, but then when I found out that Tony Award winner Renee Elise Goldsberry would be involved in the movie, I was very excited. You know, like when the pandemic happened, we all saw Hamilton, and she's incredible in it. I know a long time ago I saw her in so many shows in New York, and I always noticed her as an actor, and I always noticed her work. And to be in the same room with her, I never told her this when I was talking to her for the whole day, but I was nerding out the whole time. I was losing my crap just sitting there with Renee. Yeah.
What are some other films that you're excited about that tell stories like these?
The moral of the story, there's not enough films like this. Just to be honest with you, there need to be more of these movies so that I don't have to literally go in my brain and be like, what are those movies? We need so many more of them at the end of the day.
You're absolutely right. That's right. So now with this Outfest Festival, that's what this festival is about. But do you feel that you want to be on this platform more? Like you want to tell these types of stories with these types of messages? Do you feel that that's really strongly important for our generation now?
I think at the end of the day, my job, and I think every artist's job is to, tell the stories that come honestly from them, but also be able to stand and mobilize whatever privilege they may have on this planet, or as artists, or as actors, whatever it is, to further storytelling and to aid stories that have not been told to be told, and to lift up stories that historically have been disenfranchised, and be like, hey, I'm in this privileged position of where I am. Let me use that privilege and lift this person up that has not been given the privilege that I have, and then hopefully we all have the same privileges and everyone can just do the best art that they can do.
So Kelly, we know that you're in this amazing film and we're so excited to see it tonight. Can you tell us about your excitement for this and what you hope people are going to take away from this film?
Oh yes, I hope people take away the sense of individuality and being yourself and how important it is in this day and age especially. Every character in this movie starts with this sense of individuality and then going from there, how do we as ourselves and being able to stand in that and be bold and authentic in that, then how do we go from there, which defies the normal trope of a high school rom-com, because normally you have the one character who has this butterfly come to moment and she learns to be herself, but this time it's we are all starting from that baseline. Okay, but how do we stand in that day to day and not get knocked down in that? And so I think it's a really great message for people to see, because I think right now especially it's being yourself really does change the world, and celebrating that uniqueness. And I'm just so pumped for people to see it, especially queer youth, because it's just wonderful.
So important, so important. So now with the process of this film, how were you feeling when you were filming this and working with all the actors and amazing people like Billy Porter? How did that make you feel to be in this film that's going to be important? It is going to be important for the kids.
It is. I have always believed in a why behind what you do, and I gravitate towards projects that break boundaries in some way and mean something. So then to be a part of a film that had that, but then also to be a part of a creative team who genuinely cares about what they're doing and puts all of their intentionality and their best presence forward was a dream come true. I mean, it honestly let me know that I'm in the right place, right? And I think all of us, it was a perfect match. We worked together so well. It was such a team environment, but that isn't always the case, and that tone was set by Billy. He is just such a genuine, kind person. It was a dream to work with him, and I hope I get to work with him again as director. I mean, he really is such a good director. So, yeah.
Is there anything that you hope that this is going to do for the next generation? Is there any messaging you want to say to this youth that's coming up?
Oh yeah, I hope that the youth coming up celebrates their selves, their authentic self. I think with social media right now, there's a lot of copying and seeing what other people are doing and then trying to translate that into their own lives, even if it doesn't necessarily work for them. And what I love about this film is that every character stands on their own, and the friends are inspired by each other, but they're also still so separate as themselves. And so that's something that I celebrate, is knowing that your uniqueness is actually what makes you cool. And so the more that you lean into that, the more I think you'll be happier and you'll shine more of your light because you feel good. and that's important because we need more light in this world right now.
I am so happy to have this conversation because not only has Justin done the soundtrack, but she also has done the music, the song that is encompassing the mission exactly of this movie. So tell us about the process with this.
Well, the process was I got a phone call from Justin. It was like, would you like to do this song with Billy Porter? I was like, are you playing with me? Justin, it's too early for this. Are you playing with me? And after going through that process, realizing that it was real, we got to work. And the process itself was amazing. It always is when you're working with Justin. You understand music a lot more. You start to feel music. You feel a little bit more connected to music. He makes it special every moment, every song. And so just to be a part of this one was no different. And to be alongside Justin and Billy, it's a dream.
Now, was this process or this project different for you? Did it make you feel something different because you know who in the community that's going to be watching and the lives it's going to be touching?
It did, and especially during this part to where they are questioning if trans women are women, and these debates are going viral on social media, and everybody's concerned about women's bodies, just women in general, and the power that they hold and the space that they take up. It's so important right now for a film like this to be out here and to be mainstream as well on the big screen that everybody can see it. And so people who have been questioning their sexuality, they may be questioning who they are, who they want to be with, thinking that they don't have options. They realize they have so many options that that love is love, and it'll continue to be love, and what you feel is what you feel. Don't fight the feeling, and pretty much impossible is possible.
Impossible is possible. That's right. That is one of the big messages tonight. And Justin, tell us about your inspiration for the soundtrack.
Yeah, it was so beautiful, to work with Billy and watch the movie as it was growing, and different edits, and this edit and that edit, and really try to create some original songs that help elevate the message of the movie and the joy of the movie and the intention of the movie. And when I told Billy I would make the soundtrack with him, the first thing I said was, we need Shia Diamond, because not only is she one of the best singers and songwriters alive, but she represents what this movie is all about. She is from this community. This is her world. And imagine if there could have been a teen rom-com, no shade to your age, girl, but when she was a teen, imagine how beautiful that would have been. And so now we get to be here, though, and celebrate it, and she gets to sing the end title, and it's with Billy, and it's a dream come true for all of us.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, anything is possible is just an incredible message, and that is an amazing message for the upcoming generation. I want to say thank you as a mother for doing that and bringing that to the forefront. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for being a mother that is teaching acceptance and tolerance and understanding, and you're next level mom. Yeah. That's it. That's what we're gonna call you.
Next level moms. Here we go.
So we have the, back in the day moms, with this preconceived notions, and I feel like that, the parenting that we had back in the day was very harmful, and now kids are starting to understand and see themselves and understand themselves and not be told who they are, but be guided into the beautiful people they will become. And so it's not about forcing someone to do anything. I believe in a time like this, to where they're trying to control our bodies, we have to understand freedom and what freedom it is, and how long we fought for these rights that we're losing right now. And so we have to stand up. There's so many things in this world that are distracting us, but right now we need to pay attention to the important things, and these are history-making moments that deserve our attention, that deserve our adoration, that deserve our praise, our celebration.